Cannot believe it. Possibly the most predictable match of all time, maybe. If you're a SADBOIS fan or a Demon RAAAHHH fan, you'd expect them here in winners finals, but only one of these teams can actually win this whole thing, and it's going to be today, man. Is it going to be, SADBOIS? They defeated Bun Bun Bonanza in the earlier stages here. Demons RAAAHH actually defeating Bang. Bang actually also going out a little bit, but a lot more matches to show up here. Honestly, this is going to be kind of a nail biter here. What are you thinking, man?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. The predictions were relatively split, but I do think more people will favor the SADBOIS. This is the strongest they've looked in quite a while, and this is the most decorated team in Omega Strikers history after all. So it is a scary opponent to face, even for Demons RAAAHH, another titan of Omega Strikers. The SADBOIS, finally the first seed. It's kind of surprising, right? The two-time champs, this is the first time they're the first seed.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, but upsets do happen every now and again, though. Rosters change here and there, but now we have full roster on both teams. And, I mean, the Lanimals here are here to bring it home as we start off onto Night Market. Here we can see a little bit of missile prop and rapid fire action. Everyone taking rapid fire. Missile prop will go right back into the pool here, and we're going to have... Finny is showing up almost all the time now. Actually, maybe the most popular character to just come out of nowhere. We see it on y'all right now, putting a lot of faith into that one there. And we see Demons RAAAHH kind of on a couple of comfort picks here. I've seen on them on these characters before, but we'll see who can inch it out here onto Night Market. Start us off, Saya.
Yeah, the real jump scare here is a bit of a Juno jump scare. Kainoob on the pick that hasn't had that high of a presence, considered relatively weak right now, but getting the barriers is Kainoob. Snake, though, already taken out. This is a common theme, it feels like, in a lot of Demons RAAAHH games. Snake is the one taking the bulk of the damage, but still staying alive for the moment, bouncing off the Night Market center, and still maintaining a lot of energy to play with, as this early game is just really, really even so far, but a big finish is actually turned around by Demons, and they're the ones who take the barriers first.
Yeah, a minor big mistake there from Finny is not going to result in anything beneficial for Demons, or for SADBOIS right now. But like you say, Snake, usually the one who is staggered for a while, but does stay alive to try to get a couple of redirects there with their last little breath of life. Kainoob is going to try to bring this to the bottom side here into the hands of Snake, who is now full health. The blob does not make it through here. Bells goes for a little bit of a Death's Touch action, but doesn't seem to make it through, though Kainoob has flipped to try to get onto the front lines here. Can they kill Snake in time? It's going to be kind of close here, as Flip is going to show up here for y'all as well, so it's going to be a lot of defensive positioning here for SADBOIS.
Yeah, and Snake goes down, but there's a lot of slimes. Kainoob could mix it up here, but just goes to the top corner and the play stalls out. Another slime, though. Demon Angle, you already lose, has got that covered along with Vaughn. 2 core flips at the ready, but the barrier still standing. Kainoob wins the strike war in Gumi's face, and Gumi defending with Kainoob on the barrier, a sight we've seen so many times from Demons RAAAHH. Finally, Bells will find a shot to the top side, and the barriers will open up, and Vaughn will send it forward, and the SADBOIS are in their face right now.
Yeah, really great redirect there from Bells. Possibly the only way to get that barrier, and they do end up finding a kill onto Kainoob, which is going to be huge here. Great push coming in for SADBOIS. Bell doesn't seem to make it happen with the Death's Touch. Has flipped, though, if one can just get it to him on the front side here. Doesn't seem to find himself in the right position. Going to hold on to that flip for just a moment here. Once again, doesn't seem to get exactly what they're looking for. Okay, Gumi defending with the glitch pop again. They don't seem to make it happen with that power play, but looks like Bell's going to flip a little farther from the goal than I initially anticipated here. Death's Touch also doesn't land. They own his blade, but everyone's a little confused, and it's actually going to slide right past Gumi and Kainoob, and SADBOIS take first blood in this playoffs.
That was a bit of an awkward goal. Both of the players, I think all 3 players, expecting someone to strike it. A bit anticlimactic, but that's sometimes what you get when the core's moving that fast. And it will indeed, like you say, be the SADBOIS taking first blood here. And they're also spilling a lot of blood from Snake, who is once again being targeted down.
Yeah, and they have a pretty solid comp here for damage. The Finny goalie always doing damage. Bells on the Rasmus here is pretty great for securing some kills. Also Estelle, great at that as well. But right now, they can't seem to secure anything onto Snake, as he's going to continue to survive. The ball on the side of SADBOIS. Kainoob keeping it in here. Gumi coming on in with the Cyber Swipe. Doesn't seem to flip for that barrier at the moment yet. The Oni's Blade dealing damage back to Bells now. And it looks like SADBOIS could be in for a power play on the side of Demons RAAAHH.
Yeah, Snake, though, critically low here, and Gumi still maintaining the barrier. Kainoob has a lot of meter available, while Bells and Snake, the brawlers, once again taking the bulk of the damage taken out. That's Snake going down. That's Bells staying alive here. And a good push up by Gumi, but Yuri Luz has the strikes to back it up. And once again, the barrier will not fall on either side. Gumi, though, looking a little low. Bells is doing some brawling over there, and the barrier won't be taken by Kainoob just yet.
Yeah, really great defense there from y'all. Kind of sniffed that one out, that Kainoob was going to go for a through-the-middle angle there to defend the barrier nicely. Okay, the glitch pop doesn't seem to land for Gumi. It's going to be both barriers down for Demons RAAAAHHH. Snake looking low once again. Okay, y'all's going to have a tough time getting out of here through the blobs. Only Blade kind of stalls it, but Vaughn and y'all get the strikes on in there to make it happen. Vaughn just about at no health here. Snake also staggered. First to get a kill here, might actually make the goal, and that could be big if SADBOIS goes up 2 in this set. It's going to be a lot for Demons RAAAAHH to bring this one back.
Bells with the pendulum
Nice
swing dribble to the top side, perfectly to the bottom corner. That's 2-0 for the SADBOIS. And it kind of feels like they're in control, right? Even though it's going back and forth, the core's moving a lot, the barriers are staying up for a while. The SADBOIS are maintaining possession. They're keeping it away from Kainoob's half of the map, which is really dealing a blow to the Juno's core control.
Yeah, if she can't get the blobs in the position that she wants, they don't really do all that much. Something I am kind of noticing is that all 4 forwards are kind of brawling in the center field, dealing a lot of damage there. And that's going to be, what was that, a kill for the glitch pop there from Gumi?
No, that was a pull from Bells. I wouldn't blame you because it was a crazy angle off the night market. It bounced off the corner directly downwards. Bells got a right angle kill with the hook there, and Bells will strike war both Snake and Gumi for the goal. What a point for Bells, and they're up 3-0. They get the first draft, and the SADBOIS are looking good.
Yeah, looking really good. I was just continuing what I was saying before. It looks like all 4 mid forwards are kind of just brawling in the midfield, doing a lot of damage, trying to kill each other, and both goalies are kind of just defending for the most part, and whoever gets a kill first, the power play, becomes the next 2 barriers. We got here, y'all already lose, taking the first pick here. It could be monumental as Finny if y'all's trying to move up and make it happen, or could possibly go for a little bit of damage here or some denial. Heavy impact. Kind of interesting on Finny, does some work for the big finish. Not too much of a percentage multiplier there for the triple take, but still solid. A lot of health going out onto the board.
That's what they were doing. Look at the awakenings that are left. The 3 creation awakenings. The SADBOIS crafted that draft specifically to make Snake's life a little difficult. Everything was denied from the Zentaro there.
Yeah, getting just about nothing here. Siege Machine, even Gumi. I'm not too happy about Rampage on the goalie in general here, so I'm going to go ahead and say SADBOIS got a really nice draft there, at least a lot better than Demons RAAAAHH, and they're going to seem to make it happen as they are up 1 right now here. A barrier as well to keep in their name. Shuns it right into the Oni's Blade. Not going to work out there. Snake again low, but kind of out of the fight again, as we're going to have a 2v3 onto this last barrier. Can they get this one here? Maybe with the Death's Touch. The glitch pop is going to actually help give it to Bells one more time. The pendulum swing's not going to land. Trying to help here with the piercing shots. Not going to land either. And Gumi kind of an iron wall here with Kainoob.
Yeah, Gumi's building up a lot of meter here. Snake's going in right past the triple take. That ability is not as solid as a rune pillar after all. But Vaughn and Bells are just calmly playing the passing game in the midfield, maintaining possession, pulling Gumi away, and eventually the resources will be burned. That's a core flip down, but Kainoob and Snake are still approaching, but Snake is incredibly low. Hit stunned out of the way. One more shot will do it for Snake going down as Vaughn plays the corner, but Gumi will manage to defend with the Kainoob Slimes helping out as well.
Yep, can SADBOIS grab this kill onto Snake here, which is going to possibly be the only way they're grabbing this barrier through Gumi and Kainoob. SADBOIS all have a lot of health right now, almost taken to the goal with the firewall sentry, but it's actually going to land with a little help here from Gumi, and it's going to be 1 point here on this actually on the second set right now for Demons RAAAAHH. They got kind of a little mountain to climb here, but in the eyes of Snake, we only have level 3 right now. Still low on stagger, getting killed left and right, and yeah, that's going to be kind of a problem here for SADBOIS if Snake cannot get some levels or some barriers or something.
Yeah, it's a problem the SADBOIS are creating here. Demons RAAAAHH are just watching Snake get killed every single round. The SADBOIS are cooldown dumping on that Zentaro, and there's not really much you can do when there's so many offensive cooldowns, right? Estelle not thought of by the average player as like a damage character, but she has some of the best kill confirms in the game. She does a lot of chip damage, but forget about that. It's the Demons RAAAAHH approach, and Kainoob is dealing a ton of chip right back. Vaughn the one who's critically low here, but Bells maintains possession, and the point isn't over quite yet.
Yeah, this could be big if we can see Demons RAAAAHH get a kill. If Snake actually gets the kill on Vaughn, he'll probably grab a level here, and Gumi will fly in with the flip to certainly secure that goal. Snake staying alive, grabbing one of the health orbs. All right, Vaughn looking a little bit weak, but y'all with a little bit of that speed and the momentum boost, but they stack strikes, and Snake gets it on through there. We can see y'all is actually already level 7. Snake still hasn't really gotten much, so I'd say that the win condition that y'all SADBOIS are trying to create here will remain intact until Snake gets a possibly a health awakening here, or maybe a kill to grab a level.
Yeah, they can still deal the damage, but with the cooldowns going wide on the defense, it is the Demons now who are looking to approach. Both barriers taken, and when Snake stays alive, that's what you get. A flip by Gumi to get it out of there to prevent Bells from taking the barriers. And once again, the Demons hold, and this time the SADBOIS are not looking like they're in control.
I agree. Snake is actually, low level, taking a lot of damage here, but really grabbing the barriers when it makes it happen. And Bells trying to keep possession one more time, has the flip here, can't seem to land exactly what it needs. The pendulum swing tried to get a little mix there, but didn't seem to work out. Vaughn and Bells on the bottom side here, bringing it to the center. Gonna try to get it past through this firewall center. Y'all gonna move up, but they do find a kill on to the goalie here. Gumi's gonna go down to Bells, and it's going to just be Snake defending it, doing a pretty solid job, stalling out 3 more seconds. If Bells can just land this one in, but Kainoob with a great Blobbo bounce, or yeah, I think it's Blobbo bounce to secure it, but oh my gosh, y'all ends up just kind of missing the triple take, the flip not in range, and Gumi's going to take credit for that one as Demons RAAAAHH move up in this set, even it out, and the goalie's going to be the one to grab their first awakening.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you want. You want Gumi in there with the damage, with the pressure. And there are plenty of options available. I wonder if Gumi's going to go with the explosive entrance or the extra special here. Goes for the explosive entrance.
I was going to say, I want to see explosive here for sure.
Just going to be dashing in, dealing a lot of damage, but Stagger Awakenings are the name of the game in anything resembling high-level play. You probably know in your solo queue games too, right? If your team doesn't take those Stagger Awakenings, they're dead.
Yeah, life is tough when the opponents know that they should be dealing damage, and SADBOIS are on the right page here with that. Even y'all grabbing Glass Cannon, which does a bunch of damage. Vaughn getting double stagger there, which is actually going to buff him up just a little bit there. Bells kind of ints just for a moment there, grabbing the barrier himself. But look, we already see Snake at just about no health here. Going to get a big finish, and it's going to hold the ball just for a moment. Y'all gets kind of stuffed here with the primary from Juno. Bells trying to grab something here. Gumi doesn't seem to defend it away perfectly yet. Triple take to keep it into the hands of Bells and Vaughn. Okay, we're going to have Vaughn grab the speed here and actually just going to give up the ball for a second there. The Blob's going to drop it onto the top side here. Snake kind of looming here with no health, and yeah, gets killed now into the opposing goal, and it's just Kainoob to try to score. Gumi jumps in, doesn't seem to make it. Can they get this last barrier in the goal, though, for SADBOIS on this power play?
Bell is really trying for it here, but in that last draft, something that went a little less noticed, you already lose picking up that Glass Cannon. That Fini is activated. The ridiculous amount of speed that Yao has. What a save by Gumi, though, taken out right away by the pendulum swings of Bells. A good shot attempt by Vaughn off the Night Market Center, and Bells going for the dribble, trying to mix up Kainoob, but Kainoob has the clears. That's why they say that Demons RAAAAHH are sometimes stronger in the goal box without Gumi, but as Gumi respawns, Kainoob can't win the strike war. Bells gets it past, and the SADBOIS take a small lead.
Yeah, and we could see that the change that had happened quite a while ago, where you get a strike reset when you hit the ball with an ability, comes into play all the time, every time. The forwards just kind of go insane on the ball these days, and the goalies are kind of crying just for a little bit here, as of course we'll have a Zentaro approaching them, but Snake looking quite low right now. Kainoob gonna try to help get it out of here, maybe with this flip, because Bells is putting on a clinic right now, but they do end up killing Snake. Vaughn doing a great job from the top side there. Gumi with the flip, gonna stall a little bit, kind of like that angle on the mid side, but doesn't seem to grab much more than just 3 seconds off of it here. Okay, Vaughn stalling again, kind of hits it onto the bottom side. Could have lost the barrier there, but y'all with that Glass Cannon, like you mentioned, is just super fast right now and does everything Fini should be doing.
Yeah, getting in there, dealing some chip damage, and that big finish could be deadly, but Vaughn doesn't quite get the dribble through the center. Bells, though, picking it up, has flip available, but the slimes of Kainoob are making it a bit difficult, and you already lose. Forced to just play the ball a little slowly, because if it gets into Kainoob's hands, it's going to go to Snake immediately. A great flip by Bells, though, reacts to Gumi. A bit of an unsafe flip forward as Vaughn sends it forward. But Bells is incredibly low here. A win condition could be found by taking out the brawler of the SADBOIS, but Vaughn has flip, could score before that's even the case.
True, Gumi trying to get on in there, but doesn't seem to make it happen just yet. Y'all gonna keep it into the hands of the forward just for a minute here. Glass Cannon seems to be coming online here as well, Bell's trying with an attempt here, doesn't seem to make it happen. Y'all keeping the ball again in the forward's hands, but it looks like Gumi's going to be the one to grab a kill onto Bells. Now going to be a really tough spot here. Backup, of course. Yep, a flip from Y'all is going to keep that one alive. Now it's Vaughn's turn to stall for a couple more seconds here. Actually really love that shot. Love this whole play here from Vaughn to stall until Bells comes back, but the glitch pop actually goes crazy there, and Gumi lands it.
Yeah, what a glitch pop from Gumi. Exactly when Demons needed it. Exactly when they needed to finish off the goal. It is found. It is 1-1 again this game. Really the closest it can be at this point.
Yeah, everyone is not too surprised that we are seeing a nail-biter here from the two titans of the game right now. Lots of wins on both of these teams, and we're going to see if another one can be made here and by which team. As we're going to have Kainoob and Snake try to push onto the top side. Gumi comes in to grab the barrier flip. Really close range here. Uses the blob to help it on through, and it does get through. Finny's not really great at defending kind of these close range situations, so as long as they can get the ball right into Finny's face, she can't really do all that much about it, but the speed's going to help it get through Snake in that spot. Bells finally has a chance. Gumi no cooldowns at all, as we can see big finish giving it into the hands of Bells. Now Vaughn keeping it into the hands of Bells too. But they don't get the goal just yet, and it's going to be a tight spot to get this one out here, and Demons RAAAAHH stay alive for the moment.
Yeah, and it can't get back to Bells. Kainoob now the threat, but amazing clear found right to Bells' hands. Not quite capitalized on, but they get it away, and Yuri Lose now has a lot more room to play with, and Vaughn will send it forward once again, but that firewall sentry is a little bit scary, and the SADBOIS find the clear, but a great slime once again cleared away by Yuri Lose. And this defense is just impressive from the SADBOIS. But Kainoob is just maintaining possession. But an early flip by Gumi. Another slime warded away by the card from Yao once again. And now with the flip, Yao is pushing up, looking for the goal here. Catches the flip. But it is once again the slimes from Kainoob. Kainoob is playing this Juno really, really well right now.
Yeah, a couple of great awakenings also. I mean, starting with rapid fire, makes double strikes in basically every direction here. The bulk up making the core red before any others awakening in overtime, and just stacks on stacks being as good as they are when fully stacked is pretty great on any forward as well. And Kainoob is piloting this quite good right now with the help of Gumi and Snake to try to get this barrier as well. But defense here from Y'all is going to hold it down. This barrier will stay alive. A big finish. A nice redirect from Bells. Going to at least grab one of those barriers. All the blobs coming into play, but actually really great strike from Bells to keep it alive. Vaughn looking super weak there. Doesn't get staggered with a little evasive technique. Yeah, going to grab an orb as well to stay alive. But what is the win condition for Demons RAAAAHH right now? Maybe killing Vaughn or something, but we'll have to see what happens here, because they can make it happen, although they do lose both of their barriers. Bell's got the flip, and it makes it happen with himself. And now we have another tie game. It's just, these two teams, man, they just know what they want. They know what each other are looking for.
Yeah, and they're so good at executing. You saw it there with Bells. No hesitation. Did not lose control of the core for a second. Just set up the flip and secured it into the top corner. An almost impossible defense if you're Gumi. And now, with Kainoob and Gumi having flips, Yuri Lose is the one who needs to be careful. Snake as well with that flip available. These players are so good at securing the goal when they have possession. And that's a KO found. That's Bells going down. And despite the SADBOIS having meter, they need to be so careful of Snake here.
Careful of Snake indeed. He does send the flip right at the barrier to open the goal now. The big finish does get blobbed there, but they do end up binding the defense. Now that Bells is back, Snake is weak. SADBOIS kind of have a chance here. Flip, yes, he just makes it in time. Did get stunned by that Oni's blade. That was close. Bell's going to hold on to the core for just a moment, but actually gets kind of cyber swiped there. Snake finds a kill onto Y'all. Already Lose now, and they're going to get doubled by this crazy situation. They get knocked off the center side, but can they stall long enough for Y'all to make it back? He does get it. A strike war win from Vaughn. It gets stunned, and oh my god, Demons RAAAAHH clutched that one out in that power play, and that was so close to being, like, insane for SADBOIS.
Vaughn found the greatest angle of all time, and it still wasn't enough, because right afterwards the Demons figured out a way. But what a performance by Yuri Lose and Vaughn on that point to make it that close. But now a nightmare draft approaches. Hotshot Juno, and even if the Demons lost, if this screen had shown up, Juno was a little undeniable. 1-2 punch Hotshot both showing up, a little bit rough. But as a consolation prize, they get to take perfect 4-man Catalyst, and Taro getting neither of those, and both just great awakenings in general. And don't sleep on that Unstoppable. Such a good awakening against the Rasmus and also for the Rasmus.
Yeah, if we could see some of the awakenings here, a situation like you're just mentioning, undeniable. You want to talk about undeniable? Take Zentaro, for example. The opposing team had to deny everything, and he still finds some sort of stagger, even though they're trying all they can to stop that from happening. But, well, it looks like Demons RAAAHH could not stop that from happening because they are getting scored here. Vaughn going to take credit for that one. And moving on to this next point, Demons RAAAHH is going to try to close this one out here, but SADBOIS, they need another set just to stay alive right now, and a couple of these awakenings showing up. Perfect form and Catalyst could be enough to bring them through here. But man, like you said, Hot Shot Juno is possibly one of the most scary things ever, but wow, piercing shot from Vaughn is going to land that one nicely in there. Gumi with a good angle too. The glitch pop doesn't seem to land, but yo, Demons RAAAHH is fighting back right now.
Yeah, and that setup by Gumi catches the down clear. Vaughn recognized it immediately and went for an up clear instead. That's the type of recognition that you get from the best teams right here as a KO is found. Vaughn goes down. Snake has plenty of cooldowns to play with as well. A good flip by Yuri Luz, but even better by Snake as Bells pulls it away to try and stall more time. Gets the pendulum swing, but it's not going to be enough when your teammates are falling all around you. And Demons RAAAHH will even up this set.
Really tough spot there for SADBOIS, both dying to Snake, who is now, man, it seems like an eternity ago, level 3, maybe level 6, but now max level just like everybody else and is so far in this game. Big Fish helping so much as well in a lot of different situations. We can see that barrier is going to go down here for SADBOIS. Demons RAAAHH maybe winning some of these draft awakenings and winning the mind games now. Big Finish not going to help out with that firewall sentry either, and Snake has just become such a threat right now. Right when the ball gets to him, a barrier feels like it's going down. Kind of just back into the game here, Demons RAAAHH, and SADBOIS, which had a win condition a little bit earlier, might be fading.
It's going to be very, very close here, but once again, the slimes come out. The glitch pop, not quite enough to follow up onto the barrier there, as Kainoob has built up a flip, going for a little bit more here. Goes for the dribble, goes for the slime, goes for the flip, and that's a KO found along with the barriers falling, and Kainoob with one last slime will secure it with Snake, and the Demon just 1 point away from taking this game.
Absolutely, Gumi getting exactly where they need to go, especially with this explosive entrance, giving them almost board-wide presence to help on out here. 2 more stacks for Kainoob, and they have max stacks right now. It's going to increase the speed of Kainoob and the Blobs, too. The Blobs kind of chase the ball, as you can see, when they're in range, so the speed does also help. But Bells going to try to make it happen here. Both barriers already down into the hands of Snake, though. Y'all defending quite nicely against Snake, though. Oh my gosh, Vaughn dying with flip there, which is insanely unfortunate for them, though. Power play for the side of Demons RAAAHH. Gumi's probably going to stay here. He actually isn't going to go back, though. He does have flip. He could make this barrier happen if he goes onto the bottom side, but not going to risk all that much here. Of course, they don't even have a barrier. It's going to go in.
They might have risked too much. They might have risked too much with their positioning. They couldn't even flip that out of there. And that's a SADBOIS not getting punished for Vaughn going down. That guy lost an entire flip, went down in a critical moment. That could be the Demons taking the game. But now the SADBOIS have one more chance to take this first game here, and you know that they're going to make some use of it. But a backwards whiplash from Bells, not what they want here, but they will get a barrier on the other side.
Yep, a little scary there from the flip from Vaughn, though, but Gumi does end up defending, at least keeping one of these barriers as well. Okay, Bell's going to try to get it in there. Nice shot is going to cause Gumi to use that flip. Snake looking a little weak now. They might switch their sights here back to their old win condition. A pendulum swing is actually going to lose to the strike from Kainoob there into the hands of Snake. Y'all does have a little bit of speed to get on in there. Pendulum swing is going to go wide, unfortunately. Vaughn is going to keep it in, though, into the hands of Y'all to try to get it to Bells one more time, though. Kainoob defending it away. Okay, the Death Touch almost worked out, but didn't land the pendulum swing again. He needs a little bit of size on this guy. Y'all continuing to defend, and it's going to be SADBOIS holding on for just a moment here. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit more, but the SADBOIS, they want to use this new lease on life they've been given, but the barrier will be taken, and now Gumi just needs one good dash, kind of needs one good slime. It's overtime. So scary if you're the SADBOIS, but Bells finds a shot after an amazing big finish pass from Yuri Luz, and we're headed to 5th set. The Demons just fumbled that one so hard, they overextended, and they might get punished for it.
Absolutely. That is exactly what happens when you overextend against a good team and they know what's going on. Again, yeah, great big finish from Y'all to keep it onto the opposing side. And we have Vaughn grabbing their first awakening here. It's going to be Quick Strike. That is a huge buff for Vaughn right now. He has a bunch of extra speed to go with it, so he's going to be all over the place. Adrenaline rush for Gumi to try to get some cooldown there. Now incentivized to get some kills. Prime time rapid fire for Kainoob is going to be blobs all the freaking over the place here. Chrono Boost making a little bit of speed here for Bells, keeps some core control. Okay, Snake definitely taking the one thing that's going to help him out here, which is a lot more health. And some orbs for y'all, which is completely acceptable for Finny. Snake did have to make a big choice there, right? Reptile Remedy versus Aerials. They could have gotten the dash range that they wanted, but this is what they decided.
Yeah, well, can't dash further if you're dead. That might be the theme of this game. We're in a meta where everyone does damage. Everything is a damage comp, and you gotta watch out, especially for that Finny character that is boosting the damage of everyone. But Gumi finding some great clears here, but it won't quite be enough as Bells maintains possession to the bottom side. Snake pushes up, tries to equalize there, but Bells has it. Bells has the pull, doesn't have to strike, but the barrier won't fall, thankfully for the SADBOIS, and they maintain their barrier, while the Demons are going to be struggling with this open net here as Bells pushes forward once again, maintains possession with the big finish. Another great big finish pass from Yuri Luz. Really been on point with those.
Yeah, it's just so much pressure for the opposing team when the big finish is going to red ball that one, and you got Bells right on the front lines. Really tough spot for Demons RAAAAHH there, but SADBOIS do make it happen for that point. Looking kind of solid right now as they can keep control here. Oh, goes for the double, but Gumi defends it literally a pixel left here. Snake gonna get that first barrier here, has flip, has passive, gets both barriers there with the flip. Totally useful here with that flip. Y'all gonna take a whole bunch of damage, gonna maybe spend their flip. Snake trying to get this kill here, gets y'all out of the way, but still just enough to defend the glitch pop. Doesn't make it. Bells backing up just as much as they need to, and now Vaughn's gonna have to maybe take the reins here on the goalie, but y'all still staying alive right now. Bells looking also a little bit low, but they still have one more barrier to take right now.
Yeah, Snake going in, looking for an opportunity as Kainoob's core speed is going to come online, even more so in overtime. But Bells finds the dribble, Bells finds the whiplash, but a great flip timing by Gumi will get it out of there. And now Snake's in there with the dash, not quite enough. Going for the Oni's blade, going for the shot, not quite enough as the big finish stalls it out yet again. Not the great angle we've seen earlier though, but Bells finds it. And that's a barrier taken into favor of the SADBOIS. But oh no, the big finish not fast enough. The overtime core speed takes over and Kainoob finds a fantastic goal.
Yeah, those blobs do incredible work here with that hot shot. Nearly undefendable for some of these goalies here. Finny does have a lot of speed, but you'll be using your cooldowns to do a lot of damage though as well. So you can see it on Gumi too. The ball kind of just walks into the barriers a lot of the time because both of the forwards or goalies are using their abilities offensively. But man, both barriers here down for SADBOIS. Bells has a chance here to grab both. Going to dribble it off to the top side. Vaughn going to try to help it on through here. A lot to get through though, as all three members of Demons RAAAAHH are holding it down. The blob is going to be defended nicely from y'all as well. Cake Snake tries to make it happen again, spending a lot of cooldowns. The Oni's blade has flipped onto the front side. It's going to be impossible to react at that range, so y'all just spends the flip hoping for the best, and now Demons RAAAAHH is looking at their first match win right now of these playoffs.
The Demons have been in this spot before in this very same game. Can they close it out this time is the question. It kind of looks like they're a little bit more confident because that's a lot of core speed from Kainoob. The slimes are being placed perfectly. A barrier already going down, and Kainoob has flip available as well. The SADBOIS have a mountain to climb right now, and it is not a friendly one at all. The core speed once again approaching. They defend, but Bells is taking so much chip. The barrier goes down, and now the SADBOIS in desperate straits.
Yep, looking really difficult here. Gumi flying in with the cyber swipe, and the flip is going to finish that one off. A nice easy shot to the bottom side, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. That hot shot was kind of carrying in a combination with some of these other awakenings. I mean, hot shot, rapid fire, prime time. It was Blob City. It was infinite Blob City, which is just double. You need 2 hits in almost every situation you're trying to get it around Kainoob. So making that one work out perfectly. Juno kind of strong right there in that game, but all right, Demons RAAAAHH going to be the ones to take that first game there. It's not over yet. SADBOIS can bring this one back. They get a couple of counter picks here too.
Yeah, it's very interesting because Fudgy hinted at a Kainoob pocket pick, right? Maybe the Juno was it because Juno, not a character that is considered to be like a meta staple at the moment in the North American Strikers League. One of the lesser picked characters, and Juno only really shows up in leagues with like a lesser level of play like NASA, the league right below NASL. Juno is incredibly high pick rate, especially because there are a lot of players that love the character. Sure. But overall, Juno not expected to be here, but Kainoob was absolutely in control of that entire game.
Agreed. It sometimes is just a difficult situation for certain team comps to deal with, like needing the double strike immediately when dealing with like Juno, primarying the ball, and now you need a hit to hit back, and now you're going to hit the ball into a blob, so you have to be passing. So Juno does kind of cause a lot of misdirection sometimes with the slimes, and sometimes our ult does some crazy stuff too, so Yeah, like you're saying, while she's not entirely a super meta pick, I would say that she at least has her niche. Certainly with some awakenings, but like on Oni's Village, I think she's like fourth, probably like fourth best character for like the midfield or something like that in that area. But yeah, not super meta. She gets a little outshined by some of the other characters like Estelle and Now and some other characters as well. But really making that one work out. Good pick, good awakening drafts for them as well. It's tough sometimes with the awakenings where you can't deny everything, even if the whole team is trying, because I mean, especially a character like Zen who just scales off every single awakening. It's tough. Zen is a good pick right now.
Yeah, has been a good pick for quite a while, and that's kind of like the struggles of getting to late game, right? Everyone is so powerful in that late game scenario, and I kind of get the Juno pick because Finny is a staple goalie, right? But Finny doesn't really have like great tools to deal with a million core speed on Juno and all the problems that causes. Like I think you mentioned it, but Finny doesn't have enough hits to get past the slime if the Juno's in a good spot for it, right? So
yeah,
it's actually it actually might just be a solid matchup pick here into that Finny. And we kind of saw it later on in the game where the defensive capabilities of Yuri lose. The player was fine, but the character might not have been enough. So we'll have to see in the next game. We're heading on over to Demon Dais, a completely different map.
absolutely. Demon Deus promoting death and destruction from its inception, and just causing the goalies to be forwards and the forwards to be goalies, and everyone's just kind of all over the place, and the barriers are crying because no one's defending them, all of them at the same time. It's crazy. So we are going to see a lot of damage coming in hot here. We might even see a Finny ban from the side of Demons RAAAAHH, but I'm not really sure if we'll see a Vice ban. I think both teams are going to be trying to get Vice. They'll be trying to get Zen, maybe even some X. X has some really solid damage as of recent with that 30 strength buff, which is alarmingly good. Asher as well. So a lot of good picks here for Demon Deus. I'd like to see what the bans are going to be here, especially the Awakening starts. Also make a big difference. If we see like a crazy Reptile Remedy start or like one of the Stagger Awakenings, it could change this whole game. It could make some players not want to try to go triple kill.
Yeah, and so the Awakenings are a little goofy. No, it's not Stinger, but it is two damage Awakenings. And there are two damage Awakenings for two different types of characters. So that makes it even worse, right? Because it's like everyone gets damage.
I'm thinking Monumentalist.
Well, I'll press the button. You can see it on the stream now.
I'm going with Monumentalist. Oh, you didn't say yes. So let's go with Siege Machine. Oh, gosh. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, this is damage. It's damage.
Is real damage. That's my bad.
And
yeah,
very understandable to see a Vice ban. That character is a little bit crazy with either of these Awakenings, actually.
Agreed. Okay, X does end up coming out here for the side of Demons RAAAAHH. They're happy to have that one. But we do see Zen Rasmus. Rasmus almost certainly going to become the goalie here, as that has become... It was pretty popular ever since Demon Deus came out. It seems like Rasmus found his spot there, not as the kill character, but as the goalie to just help confirm kills with the Death's Touch. So it makes a lot of sense here for that comp.
Yeah, and Zentaro, of course, explosive entrance start. Demon Deus, I mean, why not pick Zentaro? And that why not might just be X. That character is very, very favored right now. Very, very. Wow. And combined with the Aimi and the Finny, this is going to be very interesting. That's Demons RAAAAHH picking those two up. Gumi, notably, doesn't really play the Finny. Will probably be on the Aimi there. So that'll be a Kainoob Finny, and that will be a Luna. Wow, okay. This
I
is
almost
wild.
forgot about Luna.
Yeah, this is going a little crazy. Both teams have an absolutely explosive comp for damage. It is looking a little ridiculous.
I would be a little worried if I was X now. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, X, sure, but that's like the second pick. You're right. They did not pick Zen, and Zen is kind of the king right now as far as like power and awakenings and mobility and, I mean, explosive entrance start on Demon Days. I mean, you could not spell out a better Zentaro situation right now. And combined with Deadeye Luna. I mean, I don't know how I forgot Luna, but man, they have both of those characters on the same comp here, and the opposing team has kind of low stagger. I mean, Finny not great for the survival here. Amy too. We'll see if they can get a lot of coordination here. Demons RAAAHH is going to need it for the fighting just the simple raw power that SADBOIS has in their arsenal right now.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting because X, I think, considered one of the strongest brawlers as well. But this is a start that you would really want that Zentaro on, explosive entrance after all. Not that X sucks on it by any means, but it's kind of Zentaro. I'll be real. We'll have to see though. We saw Zentaro's getting damaged, getting taken out of commission quite a bit. And of course, we will have to see how the Luna does as well. Plenty of characters good with Deadeye, plenty of characters good with explosive entrance. Demon Dais, the KO map approaches. And Demons RAAAHH and SADBOIS have both played into that KO win con in the North American Strikers League this season. We'll have to see which team comes out on top.
Oh yeah, only one of them is going to come out on top, but everyone's going to be falling off the map here for sure, as this is indeed an explosive start, explosive entrance, no pun intended there, but who is going to be the one standing right now? And I think I do like SADBOIS comp just a little bit
it's
more.
Gumi Fini. Wait, this guy has like religiously not played Fini. But
Okay.
it's here. This guy is locked in.
We do see the Deadeye showing up for Finny. Okay, we actually have Y'all also grabbing Deadeye, not actually deciding to take the speed from explosive entrance as well. Vaughn grabbing Magnetized Souls, Kainu also Magnetized Souls. They know, these are knowers, that you be standing in the center field here on Demon Dais. And now we're starting off with a lot of damage already. Bells getting in here, getting a double with the Aya Rush. Kainu is going to have to get some orbs, but now Gumi is kind of left stranded with no orbs as well. Y'all is doing a solid job defending here, but Kainu, nice cyber swipe to grab the first barrier for them. Bell's looking for a crazy flick with the slice and dice. Doesn't seem to make that one happen here. Snake trying to get it out here with the bell ringer, but doesn't seem to make that one happen yet. Vaughn doing a nice job of keeping it onto the opposing side, though, as well. And now Y'all is kind of going... Okay, I was going to say it's going to be a tough spot here, but they get a great kill. And it's going to be a power play here for the side of SADBOIS.
Yeah, Kainu's being brought low as well. They're chaining the damage through as Bells tries to send it forward, but the triple take will interrupt. Fini has a lot of tools to work with on a map like Demon Dais. Plays around the speakers on the side very well, but the power plays are still being chained. To pass up from You Already Lose to Bells will be a calm first point for the SADBOIS here, and that damage win condition's looking a little scary.
Dude, did you see how much damage Y'all's Death Touch did to Snake there? That was like 4 bars of health it did there. That is insane damage here, combined with that Deadeye. Maybe was definitely the right pick to go with their win condition here. Gumi already looking at no health. Snake not even level 2 yet. They're going to try to keep Snake at level 1 as long as they possibly can here with a lot of damage and positioning to try to make it so they do not get any hits on this ball. Vaughn keeping it forward here. Kainu getting staggered instantly. 3 moves already staggered to nothing. Vaughn also looking a little bit low here. Gumi stepping on in here, decides to not use the flip to try to make some of these barriers happen. Y'all, no problem defending this against Finny, who's not using anything. Y'all is happy to see that. Wins the strike war against Snake, so only loses 1 barrier there. Y'all on board right now. Can they get a kill onto Gumi here? Maybe Bells is going to indeed look for the kill, but Demons RAAAHH does grab the last barrier. Gumi gonna move up with that flip to make it happen. Do they get it? And Snake pushes it in with the Firewall Sentry. Good job.
Yeah, kind of sets that up. Demons RAAAHH just play the corner, and they make sure that SADBOIS can't find a clear here. Gumi with a flip built up, and the SADBOIS a bit far away from one. And of course, that big finish from Gumi will be a bit of a terror on the barriers, especially if he gets Monumentalist or something like that. But You Already Lose. You talked about the hook from Rasmus, the Death Touch, once again coming through for the SADBOIS.
Yo, I'm telling you, chat, just watch the damage on the Death Touch. Disgusting. Really great cyber swipe there from Kainu to grab the first barrier, though, keeping possession here. Snake also trying to get it in with the X Maximus, but doesn't seem to grab that second barrier here now on the side of SADBOIS here. This could be another point for Demons RAAAHH. The Firewall Sentry set up again here with Snake. Does get it in. Y'all just doesn't have enough moves to keep that one afloat. It's going to be Demons RAAAHH taking the first advantage here in the set.
Yeah, and Gumi's going to be happy about that one. This guy is the #1 Rasmus goalie hater. Whenever Rasmus goalie's picked in NASL, he will always be in the chat, all caps, saying that it sucks. And this is his chance to prove it, but with a teammate going down, with kind of going down, the linchpin of Demons RAAAHH, the one who makes the entire team run. That's going to be a little difficult, but if Gumi can find a clear, if Snake can stay alive and send it forward, if Gumi can stay alive, Demons RAAAHH hold on for the moment.
Really close situation there for Kainu. If he had Deadeye, I bet he would have gotten that kill, but Explosive Entrance still quite good onto Aimi. Keeping possession here with that big finish. Okay, once again the firewall, but it does run out. Snake not in position to get it there, but Kainu does get the kill and the strike on into the goal. Demons RAAAAHH taking the actual first set in this game now. And it's going to be Kainu grabbing the first awakening here. Big deal with the kill comps, though.
Yeah, and we will see the damage stack up, the survivability stack up, but talk about the firewall sentry here. Extra special has approached. You saw the scoring setups from Kainoob, and you might see them again, because that's an extra special taken away from the Luna as well, who goes for the prize fighter. No slouch, extra damage, never hurt. And now as the later parts of the draft come in, Catalyst is denied, Quick Strike isn't even taken, the speed is valued here for the X. A very interesting draft.
You could see Demon Dais just changing the game as Quick Strike falls to the last player in the draft, deciding to go for stacks on stacks instead, even though possibly going to find themselves dead the whole time, but does have Vamp Brace to try to keep themselves alive, which is completely fair. We will see if that pick comes into handy, as Bells is going to try to... Sorry, not Bells. I just lost my mind there for a second here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's a KO found on Vaughn. Vaughn being taken out. Midfielder gone. The barrier's soon to fall. But Gumi, missed strike, means that Bells now has a chance, but a good strike timing means that it is once again the core being sent forward, the firewall sentry being set up, this time not leading to an instant goal, but a SADBOIS still in a really bad position here, as once again Gumi, a bit of an own barrier, but that's fine for the moment, but not for the long term, as Bells comes in with the AI rush.
Okay, we can already see in this point here, 0 stacks for Snake, 0 stacks for Vaughn. I mean, everyone's trying their best to get kills and get some stacks, but it's just not happening. Anyone can die at any point here, so can't be relying on any of these awakenings here. Again, Firewall Sentry set up with Snake on the front lines is going to land that first barrier. Snake looking quite low right now, though, but they do stay in the fray and get that barrier. Snake trying to get a kill onto y'all too as well. Doesn't seem to work out. Vaughn playing defense here with y'all to try to get it through, but something about Demons RAAAAHH's setup right now is making things really difficult for SADBOIS, as they feel like they have so much control just until they get a kill on the goalie here, and they're going to see if they can get this power play to make it work, grab these last barriers, and take the point.
Yeah, but Snake has possession here. Snake's keeping it up, and so is Kainu, playing so far up. And the respawn comes in, Gumi is back, and the barrier stays standing. But a good strike war by Vaughn will take a barrier on the other side of the map, but it's still Snake in position to flip a little bit early, though will mean the SADBOIS have a little bit of an advantage if Vaughn can get it through. Snake sets up, forces the flip out of Yuri lose, and now the SADBOIS in a bit of trouble, but they get the KO and they get out of trouble for a little while longer. But Kainoob pulled all the way across the map, almost KO'd from that. That was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of damage here with the Deadeye and the knockback making it happen too. The big finish not going to be enough to hold that ball, but the triple take is going to stall just a little bit longer here. Vels and Vaughn going to try to get a teamwork combination, and a stun from Vaughn with the whammy is going to be just enough to get it on through there, taking the second point in this set. And once again, SADBOIS do need a couple more sets here to stay alive.
Once again, trying to keep it close. One more set will even it all up. And you do not want to go down 0-2. The draft strength in a game like this is a little ridiculous. And that's a great crater maker from Vaughn. The barrier taken already, and a pendulum swing forward from Yuri lose. But that big finish is going to be a bit of an obstacle when Kainoob is pushing up as well. That fireball sentry is going to come down soon. And when it does, these barriers are going to be under a lot of threat.
Absolutely. We get the Oni's Blade here to try to grab the last barrier. Doesn't seem to make it happen. The Death Touch giving immediate possession here for SADBOIS. Bells, nice redirect there to keep possession of that one. Y'all holding on to the flip here. Okay, going to spend it that time. A great redirect from Bells. Going to keep it out of the hands of Gumi. It's going to be perfect and just enough to get it on through there to take that next set. And now, who's going to be the one? Bells? Nope, it's actually going to be y'all. The goalie, possibly the worst one, but size on y'all will probably make up for it.
This is a bit of a rough draft because Monumentalist on Fini on Demon Dais is crazy. That awakening makes the big finish so difficult to deal with, and it is given over since it would be a really rough deny. The stagger's taken instead, and the size awakenings are passed down. Adrenaline rush as well going on over to the SADBOIS. If they can get the KOs, it will be worth it because they did pick up 2 stagger awakenings. They got the adrenaline rush, but stagger is on the side of the demons as well. And Gumi, if that monumental setup comes through, the SADBOIS have no good answers.
There it is already, immediately starting out here with Snake on the front lines. Is going to make the Monumentalist big finish a disaster for the SADBOIS for the next entirety of this game, actually. You are going to have to deal with that basically every single time. And I'm a little surprised that y'all didn't take Big Fish, which is also going to be staggered, but would rather have the cooldown reduction, which is, I suppose, also fair. But you are kind of Rasmus there, but what am I going to do? Question SADBOIS. I don't think so. Vaughn going to be the one to grab a kill onto Snake once again. That's had been 0 stacks on stacks since the beginning of time. Big Finish not going to land it through. Bells with a mix-up, actually. Kind of throws Gumi for a loop there and gets it on through. And now SADBOIS actually taking an advantage of the game now.
Yeah, SADBOIS a little bit of an advantage despite the double barrier take, but that Big Finish, always a thought in the mind right now. As Snake's approaching with the X Maximus as well. A great strike war by Gumi to keep it away, and same on the other side by You Already Lose. Kinoob now with a flip built up, but you gotta watch out if you're Bells, who is the one being taken out right now.
Yeah, Bell's looking at just about no health here. A couple of cooldowns going to be spent to try to get them out of here and make this power play happen. The Big Finish showing up once again. Going to be a disaster catastrophe, but man, you're feeling pretty good if you only lose one barrier in that situation here. If you're SADBOIS, because it's just a super tough situation. Nice pass there from Vaughn to get it onto the bottom side. Bells, once again, looking a little bit weak, but a super great Cyber Swipe is going to deal all the damage, get the barrier, knock everyone out of the way, and it's going to be enough to grab the goal. And Kinoob was just like precision positioning there with that Cyber Swipe.
Yeah, that damage dumping from Demons RAAAAHH was so good. Made sure that SADBOIS could not play the game. They were bunched up trying to defend against Snake, and that was perfect positioning for Kinoob to get on in there. Strike or win here. We'll keep it out of the Big Finish. Well played by the SADBOIS to lose no barriers. A really difficult task, especially with the characters they have, but they managed to do it. And a barrier still maintained here, but Gumi and Kinoob with flips are approaching. Unless Snake goes down, you got to be so careful here.
Yeah, maybe they should be looking at Snake here, as he is always on the front lines to really grab these barriers and make just a problem here for SADBOIS, and it's just a continuous problem as the Bull Rush combined with the Cyber Swipe is just going to be way too much for little Rasmus to handle there, and it's going to be another point for the side of Demons RAAAAHH. This is something that Rasmus always has struggled against, is just a lot of pressure right in front, on the front side here. He's really good at holding the ball at a certain range, but okay, gonna get actually vaporized by the crater here. Vaughn laughing to himself for sure at that kill.
Yeah, Gumi did not live that one, and that's 2 barriers going down here despite Kinoob's best efforts. Gumi going down, Bells in position, but that's You Already Lose being comboed off by Snake with a full flip available, and suddenly the point swings around. If Kinoob and Snake could find one connection here, that's the barriers falling, but Vaughn wins those strike wars when it matters the most. That's the MVP of this season, and there's a reason why that guy was voted it. Once again, Gumi with the clears. Vaughn being almost taken out, but dodges away from Snake at the last possible moment. Still staying alive here, but Snake gets one barrier. Bells to the bottom side, and Vaughn will help out a little bit as we head to yet another 0.5.
Yeah, really great entire point there from Vaughn, winning a lot of strike wars interactions, staying alive, dodging just enough, and landing the goal when they needed to. So Vaughn was really on point for that point there. We'll see if they can keep it up for the rest of the game here, as Bells is throwing one barrier down for the side of SADBOIS here, trying to maintain possession with the glitch pop here. Kinoob can't seem to hold it, but they do get it back here with the help of Gumi. Big Finish, again landing 0 barriers. SADBOIS super happy to see it go down. A lot of circles being made on the board. Craters and Oni Blades as well. Snake too big to strike it past. A lot of damage being sent on to SADBOIS. They're just about nothing here and have no barriers. So this is a big point here. This will determine the next awakening here, and a big advantage in this set.
It really will. The barriers being looking to take in here. Kinoob is incredibly low, but has plenty of elusive to work with. The Big Finish ineffective. An important cooldown burned by Kinoob. That flip, always something to watch out for. It could be past the Snake, who goes for the strike war. Bells interrupts Gumi here, and once again Snake gets the core, but it's defended again by You Already Lose. One more time, one more strike war. Gets it out of there, but the Firewall Sentry is now a threat, and the Cyber Swipe from Kinoob. What a setup by Demons RAAAAHH. And despite the best efforts of You Already Lose, winning strike war after strike war, it is not enough.
Yeah, really great effort it was there from y'all and SADBOIS to try to hold that one down, but the Cyber Swipe and the setup with the Firewall Sentry, in addition to Snake just striking, was just a little too much there, and they're going to grab Kinoob's first item here, which is going to be Missile Prop, which is fair. More damage is good. Going to deny X the perfect form. It's just solid awakening as well. Rampage, more stacks. Actually, looks like Snake actually had 150 stacks. that point, which is pretty incredible. Possibly the first time in this whole game here. Rapid fire for Bells, a lot more cooldown, which is fair. Prime time for Finny again, fair. Not too powerful, but fair. And then, okay, so actually Hotshot on Rasmus is pretty good on this map in general. Just go down to Rasmus, because he'd just be using those pendulum swings to defend the entire time.
Yeah, one of the best awakenings for Rasmus goalie, but this X is massive. Snake is in there, and that's both barriers being taken. The SADBOIS need to equalize here, and they don't manage to do so. The Hotshot pendulum swing doing a little bit of work, and actually a strike will win by Vaughn against the massive Snake in the midfield, and suddenly the SADBOIS are right back in it. Vaughn with an amazing play, Bells with the flip available, flips, goes for the dash, goes for the shot between Kainoob and Gumi. The SADBOIS make it happen despite the crazy offensive push initially by Demons RAAAAHH.
That was exactly what Bells needed there. Really great setup with that flip and gets it right on through, threads that needle. But okay, we're actually going to see a kill on to Kainoob immediately there. Gumi and Snake left to defend with just nothing, and not even Gumi left to defend, and it's just going to be so much damage here being dealt by Vaughn and Bells that was it. That was a 13-second point, 2 people dead. I mean, SADBOIS is going to try to make that happen as often as they can, and it might be able to work out. We got 3 stacks of Prize Fighter on Vaughn. He's incredibly powerful here, 210 power with Deadeye. I mean, that's alarmingly powerful.
Big finish comes out, but warded away by the flip of You Already Lose. And Bells is getting in there, mixing up the timings. Once again, getting the barriers. Vaughn with the dribble up as well. And that triple take will halt the core for a moment, but Bells is getting in there. 1 strike where wins all it takes, but they push up too far. Snake is in there. Snake's going for the win here, but doesn't quite get the flip. Doesn't quite get in range. The triple take once again by Gumi, forcing it up. But now in a tough spot is Gumi, but a strike will win against Bells right in the pocket. Snake with a flip available, but Vaughn wins the striker against that as well. Vaughn is ruling the midfield right now, but gets taken out. That's a Prize Fighter stack gone. That's the goal being found by Demons, possibly not quite. An amazing clear by You Already Lose, who has flip available as well, doesn't even use it. The confidence coming out from Meow as the pass goes up yet again. The hot shot comes through on the pendulum swing, and Bells takes it forward, but Gumi has enough speed to get out of there. To the top corner it goes. You Already Lose still not using the flip, so confident on the defense.
Yep, helps it on in there again with the Whiplash. Actually, Whiplash also working quite nicely here with Hotshot. No need to flip again here. Just a long-range ball. Snake almost own goals just for a second there. Bells looking a little bit low, though. If they can maybe get kill Bells in all this chaos, it could work out. Snake almost had a chance to get the ball here. Gumi now actually has flip in the hands of Bells, though. Gets right past the slice and dice, though. Snake trying to get the explosive entrance, bull rush, but doesn't seem to work out. The pull, the death touch wasn't enough. He's too big. He's actually got 4 stacks of Rampage with Big Fish. Could not outstrike that one, y'all. It's going to lose that one to Snake there, and it's going to be Demons RAAAAHH grabbing that point. Okay, I mean, they do have 2 points in this set, though. They can keep themselves alive, and they have no choice but to do so.
Big finish comes in, no barriers taken, well defended by the SADBOIS as Bells goes in, goes for the orb, heals a little bit back up as well. And what a combo by Kainoob. What a combo by the entire Demons RAAAAHH team, it felt like, to take out Vaughn. And with the MVP gone, now the SADBOIS are in a lot of trouble. This barrier can't fully be defended. Snake's in the face of You Already Lose and has the flip available, has the Firewall Sentry available. The big finish to slow the play down, and Snake, with the strike war attempted, still saved the way by the SADBOIS for a moment. And they will defend, but for how much longer?
Yep, Snake is just getting bigger as the game goes on. Vaughn at no health here and is going to be taken out now by Snake. Actually, y'all is left to defend with nothing but a dream, really, and it's going to be kind of getting it on in there with that flip. Vaughn ends up dying enough times to have 0 Prize Fighter stacks, which is... that's a lot of deaths.
That guy used to rule the world. That guy had 3. That guy was at a 210 power and sitting at 141. Still a decent number, but no... not even nearly as high. And with both barriers down, the Demons could advance the winner side of Grands right here. All it takes is 1 more goal.
1 more goal indeed. Snake on the front lines once again. Gumi can't seem to defend that one here. Actually can't defend the second part of the barrier as well. Bells is extremely low, though. They might switch their sights just to get a kill. Snake has a chance to get this ball on in there. Kainoob, okay, back to the hands of Bells, but Gumi gets a flip here. The X Bull Rush, and it's going to be the glitch pop combination for Demons RAAAAHH, taking that winners finals, bro. They actually take it. They win.
So many doubters of the Demons. This was the season that SADBOIS were supposed to sweep as the first seed, but the Demons are back. They're showing why they're the other team that everyone just knows and fears, and they're kind of making it up for last season's playoffs, right? The Demons went down in a disappointing 4th place finish. They are guaranteed top 2.
Guaranteed top 2 at the end of NASL here. This is the biggest tournament that we have, highest tier, and these gamers are gaming like no other. To defeat SADBOIS is so difficult, and it seems they made it happen here with a 2-0. I feel like in the beginning there, some of the win conditions here for SADBOIS was killing Snake constantly, keeping those stacks on stacks off of him as much as they could, and he even took another like stacking awakening like rampage, so that could have been useless if they were able to keep up that win condition there. But sometimes it just gets out of hand and you take a lot of damage and it's rough, so that's fair. Congratulations, the Demons are all moving on to the winner's side of Grands, and now SADBOIS has more to play, and it's gonna be a tough one, as all the teams in NASL are just as difficult to play against.
Not gonna be easy, as Showtime are waiting, and Showtime have waited a long time to try and make it to this top. A lot of long-term players on Showtime too, right? Joker, Barcode, of course Shianzu, the new star, the new kid on the block, but a lot of veterans in this playoffs.
Yeah, they've been playing from the beginning here, and now everyone's got like pretty secure rosters, and they've been playing with each other for a while. And a lot of these teams that like just didn't seem to make it to the edge of last season are now trying to claw their way on in here. We see Bozo Bunch just end up losing to Showtime there, but man, really close 4th place there. Just like, I don't know, every team is so freaking good. Everyone is so good. The rosters have been solid, so a lot more games to still be seen and a lot more hype to be spread.
Yeah, and we're gonna wind down a little bit as we're about to head to the next series. Envy, anything you want to say before that?
Not really. Like, that was just like a super good set. Really happy to commentate here and just like be involved. And man, that was so much action, and I don't know, I loved it. That was a great time.
All right. Well, we will be heading on over to the next part of our schedule a little bit, in just a tiny bit. We're right about to get in there. And yeah, so don't go anywhere. We're heading directly to the analyst desk, I believe. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so see ya, everyone.